Okay, so I think we've started. My name's Mekie. I'm a bridge teacher in London. You may have seen me before. This is the third time I've done this. I have got a 9 count with a 4-3-4-2. Front has opened a diamond and it's got a spade. Now, when you have a hand like this, you have sort of priorities as to what you're supposed to do. Your number one priority is if you have hearts, unbid major, you either bid them at the 2 level if you've got 5 of them and 10 plus points, or if you have 4 of them, you can make a negative double. I have neither of those. Your second priority, well, I've got a stop in spades and I've got support for partners minor. Now, not going to lie, I can't remember which minor partner's playing here, whether they're playing better minor or short club, but I have a nice-ish hand that's able to overcall 1-no trump. It's important to remember here that 1-no trump, when there's been interference, is not your usual 6 to 9. It should be more like 8 to 10, and you should probably pass with just like a 6 or 7 count. Either something's going to happen and maybe you can come in later, or partner or balance. So I'm going to overcall that. I'm going to respond 1-no trump here with my not great spade stop, but it is a spade stop and I have an extra card there. One no trump. Super. It is less than pleasant. What do I do? Partner's opened. I have a decent hand. 4 hearts is some kind of a preempt. I don't know for sure that this isn't making, because I don't exactly have good hearts. Most of my defensive tricks are in diamonds, which is partner suit, so somebody probably has a shortage in it. And while I have a card of defense in spades, I can't imagine that West has 2 or more spades. So I think I'm just going to have to pass this and see what happens. Okay. Partners at the 2, so they should have an honor. I don't have anything else immediate that I need to do, I don't think. So let's play back another diamond. Rough. Expected. Let's play the ace with the queen. So declarer should have king and more, which means I don't want to be leading a heart. Okay, let's play the 2. They're not going to have underled the ace. So if I play the queen, the ace is going to be played, I imagine. Partner has the king. Or possibly partner has the singleton, but not on this bidding. Oh, what am I doing? This is a club. What am I talking about? Not a spade. Apologies for that. Well, I'll play the jack and see what happens. Yeah. Opponent has the king. I'm going to win the jack at some point. Decide what to lead back. Well, if I lead a club, I'm basically giving the opponent a finesse. If I lead diamond, it's going to get rough and anything could happen. I'm going to lead a spade. Maybe partner's king has been promoted. Unsure. Okay, let's throw away a diamond, or not. Throw away another diamond because partner's got good diamonds. Board a spade. I don't want to throw away my clubs because I don't want the opponent to know that partner might have the best clubs. Okay. Can't beat it. I don't think we get a diamond, a spade, and a heart. Nothing we can do about that. All right, I've got a 4-1-4-4. Going to open a diamond here because it gives me the best chance of making a nice rebid. My opponent, if my partner bids a heart, I can bid a spade, which unfortunately says I have 4 spades and 5 diamonds, but I have to lie about something, and I'd rather lie about a minor than a major. Now look exactly what happened. And 5-4, but these 4-4-4 one hands are always a problem. Partner shown an invitational hand with diamonds. Well, I have a maximum for a 12 to 14 in a hypothetical sense. I have a club stop. Let's give 3 no trumps a go. Might not work, but you have to be bold. Okay. Or a clubs lead. Probably play the queen here, and either it'll hold or I win the queen. Either way, it will let me be on lead for a diamond, because that's the obvious sort of finesse I want to take, isn't it? Okay. The 10's gone, which means I know where the king is. So I've won this queen, and if I lose a club to the 10, sorry, the king, I still have 2 more clubs to take, but still want to take this diamond finesse, which hopefully works, and I can always get back to table with either a heart or a club, where I lose one and I win the other one. But I'm not going to completely throw away the chance that dummy has, sorry, my right-hand opponent has the king of clubs. So let's leave the jack of diamonds and see what happens. Okay. That is annoying, because my opponent has the 9 and the 7 of diamonds, which means when I lead one, I'm due for a loser. But the way I played it had much better chances than me playing the 8 top of table, trying for a 4-1 split. So I'm not mad at myself. But anyway, I've got 3 tricks. I'm due 2 more club tricks. That makes 5. 2 more heart tricks. That makes 7. 1 more spade trick. That makes 8. And 1 more diamond trick. That makes 9. The only one I need to actually set up is the club trick. So let's deal with that. And the king, 10, queen are all gone. So I can play the jack at the same time as the 8. And the 8 will be promoted. I'm just going to run away with my tricks here. Okay, we've picked up a 5-3-3-2 15 count. That sounds like a strong no trump to me. Two diamonds, which goes, okay, it's just natural. And double is takeout, as it should be. Okay. Usually, with something like 2 diamonds doubled, partner's mostly interested in the majors, maybe 4-4. But I have 5 clubs. I don't have the majors. I'm just going to bid my longest suit clubs. All right, partner's bid 3 diamonds. Now, this is more than often looking for a stop in diamonds to play in 3 no trumps. Clearly, partner has some good game forcing hand. I still don't really have the majors, and I'm not willing to bid 3 spades here with better spades and hearts just to find out whether partner has 5 spades. Because if I do, and partner doesn't have 5 spades and has to bid another suit, we might have bypassed 3 no trumps. And I've got nice diamonds. I've got ace jack X, which I count as about 1.5 stops. I'm going to bid 3 no trumps. Okay, a fart lead. Strange. Especially when partner has 5 of them. 5 in majors. Let's just play small and see what happens. Okay, I've switched to a diamond. I played the ace of hearts. Now, usually when somebody plays the ace of hearts, they have the king. It's a bit strange not to, unless they were looking for their partner to have a really good heart suit. And you would usually do that only when partners actually bid hearts, right? Or in some way shown hearts, like the opponent's bid a suit that wasn't hearts and you made a takeout double. Let's play a small diamond and see what happens. Okay, queen. Got no reason not to beat this with the ace right now. I don't know where the king is. It's probably on my left. So if I can keep my left-hand opponent on lead, my jack is still a winner. If my right-hand opponent gets on lead, my jack may not be a winner if they still have a diamond and my left-hand opponent still has king 10. Now, I've won 1 trick. I've got an easy 5 spade tricks. That makes 6. Got 1 club trick. That makes 7. And maybe I've got a heart trick. But I think we have to lead towards it to find out. Hopefully my left-hand opponent did also have the king of hearts, and I can make a little bit out of this. And also, keep my left-hand opponent on lead is beneficial to me, because then I can't lose a whole bunch of diamond tricks in a row. So I think we're going to lead a heart here. And we're not playing spades straight away so that we can get back and forth between whatever hand we want to take our winners. If we play out all our spades straight away and then play a heart towards table, we're not actually going to be able to win that queen of hearts, are we? Okay. I've got my ace. I've got 2 tricks so far. I've got my 7 spade tricks. I've got my heart trick. But it's very important that I take my diamond winner now while I'm in my hand. Then I'm going to take all my spade tricks, playing high from the shorthand first, so that when I win my 3rd spade, I win in the dummy and are in the side that I want to be on, so that I can later win the queen of hearts. Whether the 10 of hearts is going to win because the jack comes down is yet to be seen, and no, it doesn't. Who cares? I've made my 9 tricks. Got balanced 12 count here. Not very interesting, but we could open. We are game all. And in the 4th seat, there's a general rule that most people play, which is called the rule of 15. Now, the rule of 15 is that you add up your high card points and you add it to the number of spades that you have. Because when everybody has approximately the same number of points, be it 10, 11, 12, generally the people with the spade fit are the ones who win the bidding because they can bid just a little bit higher than you without going too far. Now, we don't have good spades. We've only got 2 of them, but we've got 12 points. And it would be rather boring of me to pass this out. So we're going to open for the hell of it. Whether it's the right thing or the wrong thing, we're going to open a diamond. Okay, partner's bid a heart. Perfect. We've got a raise to 2 hearts, showing 12 to 15. Sometimes 3-card support, mostly 4-card support. And we've gotten away with it at the 2 level. Right, they've led a club. This is sort of the finesse position that they've given us. So, of course, we're going to play low in the second seat and see what happens in the third seat. Okay, the 6 has been played, and that's the highest one so far. So we need only play the 8. Now, we've got a few problems in the other suit. We've got a finesse position in spades where we want to finesse the king. We've got multiple ways to play the hearts. But generally, I think the best way to play the hearts is to probably lead a small card from our hand towards the king first, hoping that the ace is on our left. And how we deal with the queen 10 later remains to be seen based on what is played on the first heart trick. We've also got some issues in the diamonds, but let's forget about that for now because that's not a pressing issue. But I think the best way to play hearts is probably from our hand, but we're not currently in our hand. So let's take the spade finesse, which is at least eventually going to get us to our hand. Oh, okay, the king. So the jack will be good, but we're in hand now, so let's start dealing with the hearts. Hopefully the king will win. No, it didn't. So we're still missing the queen, the 10, and another one. Okay, and then spade. Let's win the jack. Now, we can either ruck the spade immediately, or we can continue to draw trumps. Now, if the trumps are 3-2 originally, so now 2-1, then both having played a marquee, we have no issue roughing the spade later. If, however, they are 4-1, we might have issues roughing the spade later if we decide to keep playing hearts now. Our issue is, if we rough a spade, how do we get back to the dummy to try and play a heart towards our hand? So it's a little bit 6 1/2 dozen here. Which one do we do? We might be able to get back if we lead a small diamond towards the queen if the king is onside. We might be able to get back if we play the king of clubs and it's covered with the ace and we can now get to the queen. However, dummy and our own hand are a little bit more uneven in terms of the side suits. So I anticipate us needing to do a little bit more cross-ruffing than drawing trumps. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rough the spade. Why not? I'm going to play a diamond towards the queen, and hopefully the king is on our left. Great. So that's a diamond we were always going to lose, and it gives us a chance to throw a club under a diamond. All right, they've led the 10. That's good news. So any more hearts that are played will be able to win with the jack of hearts. Let's cover this with the king. Why not? Right, just have to draw the last trump, and then dummy's going to be good. +1. Got somewhat lucky there with the way that the opponents played, but seemed like it was always a making contract. Right. pass, and we're sat here with a 16 count, but it's not really a 16 count because that king of spades is a bit crap, isn't it? A singleton king, people look at it sometimes like, oh, I get 3 points for my king and I get 3 points for my singleton, but is a singleton king worth 6 points? Absolutely not. Let's just open a heart and see what happens. Right, 2 hearts on our left, which shows spades and a minor. Don't know which minor. Not our problem. But in terms of a practical sense, the king of spades may or may not be worth as much as the 2 of spades. I don't think we have another bid over 2 spades. Certainly not a 3 club bid when partners pass twice and we're vulnerable. So we're just going to pass. Sometimes you just have to bid your hand and really just not go too far, too crazy. Right? The opponent's got 4 spades. Fingers crossed we can take it off, but what are we going to do? Right, we've got ace, king, and jack, 10 of hearts, and partner never supported hearts. They didn't make a double of 2 hearts or anything, so it seems unlikely that they're going to have 3 hearts in their hand. I mean, it seems like the easiest lead is the king of hearts, try and get count out of partner, and at least we'll get a look at dummy and see what maybe we're supposed to do next. Right. Dummy's come down with a 6-5-1-1. This does not look promising for us. We certainly can't leave the ace of hearts because, God forbid, our right-hand opponent has the queen and we promoted it. No point in leading a spade. We don't want to give away the position of the single king because our right-hand opponent will sometimes lead the queen to finesse us, thinking maybe we've got king doubleton and we only had to play the king anyway. And it might promote something like the jack or 10 or not the 9 where they've got the 9 in dummy, but you know what I mean. Sometimes it promotes 10-3 for partner if our opponent plays us for a 2-2 split. Diamonds doesn't really look like it has much hope. So we could just take the ace, but then we'd still be in the same position where we have to play another card. I think we're probably going to take the ace of clubs anyway, because what we don't want to happen is that the opponent can make the diamonds good and throw away all the clubs from their hand. Because really, we don't know how many clubs they have at all. And if they have a fair amount of clubs and very few diamonds, they might be able to make the diamonds good, throw away the clubs from their hand, and we actually never get our ace of clubs. So I think we're going to play ace of clubs and another diamond. Now, I don't know which one we're supposed to lead exactly, but I'm going to lead middle, from middle up down, mud, and see what happens. Now, it's important that we play middle up down, that you actually maybe up the second card and play the 9. Follow it up so the partner knows you've never started with a doubleton. Right, they've played the jack. Let's play the king. Hopefully, partner had the 10 of spades and they were playing us for the doubleton. Aha! Right. Right. Well, what we're going to do here, hearts doesn't seem like it's going to procure us anything. So let's keep our long clubs just in case. Right. They're claiming. We accept we can't beat it, but we did our best. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining today. I hope you beat me. It seemed like the opponents had quite unbeatable contracts sometimes, but the main thing with these unbeatable contracts is to basically don't do something stupid. don't go for a huge penalty when you could just be taking 50% in your duplicate. I'll see you again next time. Thank you very much, everyone.